Oh, it's been a very long time since I've started this before. I don't know where I'm going to start, really. It's a shame that I've waited so long, but thank you very much for my online friends that have kicked me up the proverbial. And thank you for my wife, who also kicked me up the proverbial to get all this going again. Well, as you can see today, I want to show off what I've been doing with my Amiga 1200. I haven't actually got everything set up quite like I wanted to. Since I've been on before, I've upgraded my main PC, I've upgraded the Amiga, so I've had this, that, and the other happening, and some personal things that have happened, but I'm up and running again, which hopefully I can get going properly this time around. I know I said that lots of times before, but this time around, I definitely want to make a go of it in 2019. Now, with the Amiga, you might notice at the top there it's got an awful lot of memory to play with, and that's because I've got an ACA 1233 N, I think it is, accelerator card in here now, so it goes a little bit faster than a stock Amiga, but the main thing is that it's got an awful lot of memory to play around with. Now, you might also notice on the desktop here on the Amiga, what can I show it from here? Got new Kickstart, which is, I've got 3.1.4 ROMs installed. I actually bought the gadget myself to burn the ROMs because I downloaded it from the correct place, I purchased it and everything like that. But I just didn't get the discs and everything because basically I jumped on the bandwagon pretty much within 24 hours of it coming out. So I've got my own ROMs in, so I learned how to do that. What I've also got in here now, and I'll take photos and make a video of it properly, hopefully within the week. Maybe next Sunday, I think, for a while, when we start bringing out videos on a Sunday, and then I'll start bringing out more videos through the week as I get back up to speed again. But what I've actually got in here for the Amiga, just to show off a little bit, for quite some time I was playing around with an SD card as a hard drive replacement. With that, I was trying to push the limits, and I bought a 256 gigabyte SD card, tried to get things installed that way because of this new version of the Kickstarter 3.1.4. Supposed to make it very easy to get a hard drive and everything going for a large drive. Yes, I know people could get it going with older versions and use different, what are they called now? Different ways of formatting the hard drive, basically, which is above their stock. But even then, it would all look very strange and things. It was a bit difficult to do for someone like me who's not exactly an expert when it comes to Amiga. When I had Amiga as a kid, I just liked to play games, and I do want to learn a lot more about it now. But with this 3.1.4, it's very easy to get a hard drive going. And as you notice, my Workbench drive, I've got 10 gigabytes. But then let's show off a little bit on how much space I've actually got to play around with. So figure out how many SCSI drives it's got. As you can see, it says Kingston, and it says SUV 500 MS240G. Oh, T4. Oh, give me 240G. I'll click the partition drive. I'm definitely not going to be redoing this. I'm just showing you what I've got. As you can see, I've got long names on the FFS format, which the new version of it is fast enough. It doesn't need to be done. You do need to change the options a little bit to change the buffers, and I changed the file box size to 4096. I just left everything else as is. I really don't want to end up accidentally messing this up now because it took a while to get things going. But basically doing that lets it boot and access the hard drive in a speed that I'm comfortable with. Now, other people might want to tweak it a little bit more or use a different file system to get even more speed, but this is what I'm comfortable with. it's fast enough. I don't expect the Amiga to be instant, like on a PC with an SSD or anything like that, but there we go. But anyway, as you can see from here though, I've got roughly 10 gig my first partition, and I click here, I'll look at that for a size, 214 gigabytes. That's right, 214 gigabytes. Now, as I said before, I was trying to mess around with an SD card. Basically, the SD card reader that you can get, at least the one that I had, it just cannot handle anything above, say, 128 gigabytes. It just doesn't like to play with it. So what I've bought is a MSATA to 2.5-inch IDE adapter, and then I bought, as you saw the name before, a Kingston MSATA drive, stuck that in, formatted it accordingly, or rather partitioned and formatted it with this particular program that comes with the Kickstart as default anyway, and set everything up. Then though, what I did was remove the hard drive and then connect that up with the Amiga emulator that you can run on a PC or on a Mac. Well, on Mac you'd have to make it pretend that it's being a Windows, but what's it called? WinUAE. I think that's the correct initials for it. And anyway, the point is though, is that with that being on there, the PC then saw it within that drive, not the PC, within Windows itself, but within the emulator. It's possible to access the drive, and then if you set it so that you can see everything else on your PC, so you know a folder that you have on your PC that matches up to all the different things you want to copy across, you can copy it across that way. Sure, it takes quite some time to do it, but it does copy them, because obviously it's still emulating at Amiga speed. I know you can make it a little bit faster and everything, but I just wanted to be sure that there wasn't any glitches in copying, so I just ran it at normal speed. A fast Amiga, but at normal speed. Doing that, it took many hours to copy everything across, but then I got to copy everything across. And then I stuck the drive back into the Amiga, kept my fingers crossed and everything else crossed, and I ended up with this. As you can see, I've got 7.7 gigabytes used. I've got 205 gigabytes free on my hard drive. I realise this is way overkill for an Amiga, maybe especially since I want to play some games and I want to do other things. It's not going to be as powerful as, say, a Amiga 4000 with all the fancy accelerator cards. You can get that. I know you can get very fancy accelerator cards for the 1200 as well, but I wanted the one that I bought because I wanted the memory to make sure I could get WHD load to work, and also get access to a CF card. I'll come to that in a minute. Rather. With this though, it means that basically, as you can see, I still need to go through and tidy things up a little bit, but I've got everything that you could possibly want, really. Tidy this up a little bit, but I need to go into each individual vault folder to to make it pretty, basically, make it easy to load it with different games. So we're just going to drive the folder A for now. Now, there's lots of other things I've got done to the Amiga. I've got a GoTech installed. I've got a 3D printed caddy and everything, so it's all nice inside. I've got an LCD screen that I'm waiting to put in. I'm still waiting on the wonderful new case and keycaps, like I was nearly a year ago now. Still waiting for that. But let's load up a favourite for most people on the Amiga. Remember the alphabet. As you may notice, I'm actually scrolling through here, but it's because I've actually got a mouse that has a scroll wheel, and with correct drivers, you can use a scroll wheel. So it brings the Amiga up to a little bit, a bit more up to date. The mouse that I'm using is actually an infrared one. It's not a wheel, so that's nice as well. So I'll load up another world just to prove that it works. Hopefully you're going to be getting sound. I believe so. I've got my little gamepad here, which I'll take photos and show off another time as well, because basically I've got an awful lot of things on the Amiga and the time that I've been away. So it should be starting up now. So get a little screech at the start there. I really hope it is recording the sound. I can't hear it myself at the moment. I still need to get everything rigged up properly, or in a better way rather. So let's start the game anyway. Jump ahead. Is it possible to jump ahead? Actually, it's not possible to jump ahead, is it? You have to sit and wait. But anyway, the point is that it loads. I can press print screen like it told me at the beginning. I can go away from there and load up another game that many people like to play on the Amiga. Now, go. This time it tells me to press delete to quit. So as you can see, the games load nice and fast. They would load fast anyway from the normal mechanical hard drive. But the thing is that with this being an MSAT hard drive, it loads. Basically, it loads at the speed that you can handle through the adapter box. Or what was it called now? Is it? I forgot what it's called now. 99 apostrophe something. I forgot. Was it 4x99i or something? I99 apostrophe. Really should have written it down. But anyway, the thing is that I've got one of those in there because I wanted. It's buffered, so it loads better than what it would be if it was just connected directly to the Amiga. But I wanted that because for a long time, I've wanted to be able to have the Amiga load from CD and load CD32 games. It's done me a bit of messing around to get the drivers correct and anything like that, and currently it's not actually hooked up, so I can't show it up today. But you may have saw on the desktop that I have some interesting things loaded up. Just the house, it all works fine. I'll press delete now, come out of the game. So as you can see though, I've got a daft amount of games ready to be loaded from the hard drive. Let's have a look at one of these demos. This is what I was meaning of. I still need to sort everything out, the alphabet order on my computer. So I'm sure there's probably some very quick way of doing this, but I don't know what it is because I'm still learning the Amiga, its ins and outs. I'm trying to remember of the little things that I knew when I was a kid anyway. So I remember you have to sort it, then you have to snapshot it, and you have to select content, and you have to snapshot them as well for the icons, and then that should be it that way around. Let's see what's in A for this. Autumn nights is, see what's here. I hope it's not too scary. So press F10 to come back out a bit. I have no idea what the audio says or anything, so I hope there's nothing untoward when it boots. If when it boots, there we go. So quick listen. Anyway, so there we go, and it seems to have got a contained CD player yesteryear. There we go, then there's some music on there. Anyway, one thing I want to mention though is the CD32 stuff. Not in full, obviously, because it's not really connected. But I have this application on the desktop so that I can grab the CD icon when it's there and drag it up there, and then it'll eject the CD from me. So that's permanently there because, as I'm going to explain next time about my CD player, it's something that I did. If this is a question that I do have though, if anybody knows of CD32 games where there's 2 or more CDs for the game, but you have to load the first CD first before you can get to the second one. Because if that is true, I've got a bit of a problem. Because I only can do 1 CD at a time at the moment. I can't press eject. Basically, I was going to look at asking this question. On the CD player I cannot press eject. I have to drag the icon across this icon so that I can actually eject the CD. So if there is a game where the second CD needs to be done and it doesn't give you an option to eject the CD, because of course in a real CD player too, you just press a button on the case and the lid will flip up. So I doubt that they have given an option to eject the CD. But if there is any, please leave a comment or send me a tweet or something like that, so that I know that I have to figure out my CD drive and add a physical button. But next time around, I'm going to show. Basically, I'm going to clear off my desk and I'm going to make it all nice and clean and everything like that. It's just a bit of a mess at the moment with different wires and things as I've been trying to connect stuff up. But I'm going to make it all neat and tidy, and so that I can show off stuff that I've actually got. So in the meantime, if you do know a game that needs 2 more CDs and you have to start on the first CD, please let me know. Also, as you can see, I've got a CF card in the PCM CIA. Always makes me want to say "Oh McDonald" when I say that, but what I've actually got though is a CF. It's quite silly this. I've got an SD card in a CF adapter, which is then stuck into a PCM CIA adapter and plugged into the Amiga. Now, which means I've got access to easily copying stuff backwards and forwards from the PC at the moment, because really all I've got to do is copy to the SD card, stick it across, and then copy the SD card, copy the stuff that's on the SD card onto my main ridiculously large hard disk now. And as you can see, I bought a 32 gig SD card because basically from that you can tell that I have. And really for today, I suppose that's about it. Really, there's nothing to explain more, apart from, I guess, with the accelerator card. The reason why I wanted that accelerator card is because it doesn't interfere with the PCM CIA memory-wise, like some of the older accelerator cards do in the 1200. The accelerator card that I used to have had that problem, and because of that, it made it very awkward to try to copy things backwards and forwards because it didn't like the PCMCIA. I know there was little programs you're supposed to be able to run, so it helped fix that problem. It never worked for me. So using this particular accelerator card, granted it's not particularly fast, but just for playing games, I don't really need the super fast speed. I just needed the extra memory, which in turn I've still got a daft amount of manager playing. For now, though, I think that's probably enough. I think I've waffled on enough for the first time around. It's nice to be back, and I really do want to get on with doing this properly this year. So any and all encouragement is really welcome. Let me know if this was any interest to you of coming back out with more information. And I suppose I'll see you around the internet. I'm normally on Discord, on different channels. I like to watch myself. I'm also on Twitter. Just search for the name, and you'll sure you'll find me. But thanks for now, and thank you very much again for the encouragement. Signing off.